Hey Burnout Crew, welcome back to the Burnout Block. Funny story, started doing the brakes on the Q50 and forgot that I wanted to make a video about this. But as you can tell, I'm sweaty and it's hot out. I already started working on the car, but I'm still going to show you guys what we're going to put on the car today. I haven't got to the new brakes yet. All I've done is taken the wheels off. As you can see, it's just kind of like in here right now. I got one caliper disconnected right now. Still have to take the rotor off because the rotor's kind of stuck on the hub right now, but haven't gotten too far. I want to show you guys what we have to put on the car. There's plenty of videos on YouTube already on how to change the brakes on a Q50 or a Q60. So this isn't going to be one of those videos. This is going to be doing the Powerstop brake kit, but I'm not going to go through each corner. It's not going to be a super long process. I'm going to show you guys what you need to remove, but it's not going to be a full time-lapse video. This will be somewhat of a quick one. However, we are also doing the calibers today with this red caliber paint. Powerstop wanted $400 extra just for new red calibers that are factory ones. I didn't feel like paying that. I'd rather pay the 30 bucks that it took to get some of the supplies. So what we have is some 70% isopropyl alcohol. That will be used after we are done sanding and brake cleaning the calibers to get them nice and clean, nice and cleaned up and ready for paint. After that, we're going to do 3 coats of this red duplicolor caliber paint, which should look pretty good when it's done. We're going to give it time to cure correctly. And then also we've got the Powerstop brakes as well, which I'll go ahead and show you. So here we have our Powerstop Extreme carbon fiber ceramic pads. Like I mentioned before, this same style of brake kit is what we have on the G6. We've had that on there for 2.5 years. And I love this kit a lot. Probably the best bang for your buck performance brake kit out there. A lot of the aftermarket big brake kits are like 3,000 to 4,000 or sometimes 5, 6, 7, 8,000. Depending on what you're getting, but if you're looking for good performance brakes that stop on a dime for cars that are, I don't know, sub 500 horsepower, this is a pretty good kit. They stop pretty well. So you got the pads there. You've got the new little grommets as well, and then obviously you got the nice drilled and slotted rotors as well. So like I said, I already got the front right disassembled, other than the rotor. The caliber bolt is a 14 millimeter. And the bracket bolt is a 22 millimeter. So go ahead and get this undone. The mounting ones are right there and down there. And then obviously the calibers are on the caliber. Now, like I said, this isn't going to be a time-lapse one. Not very interesting watching brakes get changed. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this rotor off that's been stuck on here. Just because I don't think these have ever been changed. And then I'm also going to show you guys the differences in the rear. If there's any. I don't know if there is or not. But I'll update you guys along the way. Alrighty guys, it's about an hour later. Got all the old rotors and brake pads and hardware off. As you can see, these things are pretty crusty. Never been changed before. Even though the car's a 2018, it's only a couple years old. Pretty crusty. We're definitely going to have to sand the calibers pretty well to get the nice neat finish that I want. A lot of people recommend using sandpaper. They also recommend using a metal wire brush attachment on a drill. I'm going to try to use a sander. Obviously, I won't be able to get into super tight areas, so I bought sandpaper anyways. But I think on the flat areas of the calibers, it might make my life a little bit easier to use the 600 grit on the flat surfaces with the sander, just to save me some time. So we're going to try that out. Another thing is, I didn't know that the Q50s had a manual parking brake. They don't have a handle style parking brake. I, for some reason, thought it had a electronic. So I was taking off this rear rotor, and I was like, what the heck? Why is there drum brakes back here? But that would be the parking brake. You learn something new every day. So, you can see our nice BC coilovers in there. Yeah! We're going to go ahead and get these all cleaned up. I also have to, sand some of the stuff in here, like the surfaces, to get them clean. Obviously not the drums, but just clean it up a little bit. Old rotors were pretty crusty compared to our new ones, so I'm going to go ahead and sand some stuff. Next time you guys see me, these will be cleaned up and ready to mount the new stuff to. Alrighty, so about 2 hours later, got everything nice and sanded up. So instead of being all black, it's mostly like a silverish, grayish kind of color. Not perfect, obviously, but smooth enough now and clean enough that we'll be able to paint over this. I mean, rubbing my thumb along here, barely get anything at all. So definitely a lot of prep work. The more you prep, the better it should turn out. Theoretically, that's what I've heard. But we're gonna go ahead and start painting. I set up a little makeshift paint booth over here with some cardboard. I'll be putting them in here and spraying them. I'll most likely do the first coat on hopefully all 4 tonight. Then I'm gonna go to bed because it's like 10 o'clock at night and I'm super tired. But I made sure to do this on a night that I don't have work in the morning. That way I can spend the rest of tomorrow doing the rest of the coats and putting all the new parts on. So the next thing you guys will see will be me tomorrow putting on the new stuff. Alright, so even though I said at 10 o'clock last night that I was almost done, I actually stayed up till 3. Took a lot of prep time to get everything ready to do the calibers that are on the car still. That was a lot of work. Unfortunately, they kept sticking to the bags that I was putting around them, so I had to do multiple coats. It was a whole long process. Ignore my ripped t-shirt. This is an old shirt from when we went to Formula Drift a couple years ago. We got them done now. They look pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and get the new parts prepped and ready to put on the car. So what I have to do is take some isopropyl alcohol, clean off all the oil that they put on them during shipping, get them ready to go, get all the hardware out. What I'm gonna do is organize what parts go where on each corner. That way I can just grab it, put it on there and be good to go. So I'll go ahead and show you guys real quick what the calibers look like because they turned out pretty good. So these are the rear passenger side. They look pretty good. You got some bubbles on there a little bit, but overall they look pretty clean. The front ones here look pretty good too. This was one of them that was sticking a lot, but after a couple coats it looks pretty good. I also made kind of a homemade kind of drying rack over here for these brackets to dry out a little bit better. I think they turned out pretty good. So the calibers look pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and get all the new parts ready. The next time you guys will see me, everything will be on the car and we'll be taking it for a test drive. Hey guys, so fun fact, I did that video or filmed the install about a week ago, and I was running late that day to get to work. So I got the car done, got it all broken in and everything. Brakes work great. I just forgot to film the end of the video. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna show you guys how quickly it stops now. We're just gonna do 1 or 2 brake tests, just standard brake tests, so you guys see how quickly it stops now. And you guys, if you're interested, can compare to stock braking speeds and times for an OEM. Just have to go look on Google for what an OEM Q50's brakes stop distance is. I won't be able to measure that. I don't really have the tools to measure the distance there, but at least you guys will see from like 40 miles an hour to 0 how quickly it can stop. So I'm going to show you guys real quick. Then when I'm done, I'm going to show you guys what the brakes look like on the car with the wheels back on. It looks really good, by the way. And then I'll have one short announcement before we wrap up the video. This video would have been out about a week earlier. But yeah, completely forgot to film the edit of it. So now you guys will see that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and test out the brakes here. We get up to 40 miles an hour. 3, 2, 1. See how quickly that stops. Stuff fly all over the car. So that was about 60-70% braking force, not shoved to the floor or anything. You guys can see it stopped pretty quickly. As I've mentioned before, I've had the same kind of kit on the G6 for the past 3 years. Even just OEM calibers with drilled and slotted rotors and these carbon fiber ceramic pads, they just stop on a dime. Honestly, I love Powerstop products. For someone that's looking for a good performance brake without needing to spend $4,000 for wheel load and Brembos, anything like that, these are best bang for your buck kind of brakes, and I really like these. So we're gonna show you guys another brake test real quick. Get up to 40 again. And you guys can see how quickly that stopped again before we even left this little wooded area. So yeah, they work pretty well. I'm not going to keep doing more and more brake tests because I'm not trying to wear out the pad super quick or warp the rotors. But honestly, really like these Powerstop brakes. They work really well. I'm excited to see how they perform at kill care at high speeds. So I'm going to go show you guys what they look like on the car real quick. Okay, so now that we're outside of the car here, don't mind how it's kind of dirty. It's been raining the past couple days, but you can see that these look a lot better than the factory ones. These look super good inside the wheel here. I think that these definitely brought a little bit of character to the car. Though it was a super clean car like it was when we bought it, I think adding the hint of performance there through the brakes really adds something to this car that it didn't have before. You can see on the back here as well, with the meaty tire, these brakes look super aggressive, even though there's definitely a lot more gap than there would be if I had a big brake kit. I still think that these look pretty good, especially with this nice meaty tire. Now I will be working on getting a new front lip as well. As I've mentioned multiple times before, this stock one, or not stock one, but the one that was on the car when we bought it, is broken. I did find a carbon fiber one that would go on the front here that looks super good. It's also not super expensive, so we might be adding that. There's also an option for a blacked out grille. Aaron and Paige both said that they liked the chrome and white combo better than the black and white would be. So I'm still trying to decide what I like more. I also found some side skirts that would cover up or extend the OEM side skirt. So basically it'd come out about another inch, about rightish there. That would be black or carbon fiber as well. Trying to keep it to a white and carbon fiber theme. Then I also found a black or carbon fiber diffuser that would go along the entire outline of the bumper here. We have this like OEM or Red Sport one. I don't know where this comes from because it doesn't come stock on the cars from what I think of, but I've also never seen a short little diffuser like that before. It could just be a universal part they put on. But the ones that are made for the Q50s follow the stock bumper lines. So I'm looking to get one of those, as well as getting, like we've talked about before, a black or carbon fiber spoiler, since that one, even though it looks nice, has this little bit of gap over here that I want to get rid of. So overall, some pretty cool stuff coming, probably in the next 2 months. Hoping to get some of that stuff on here with videos as well. There's a lot of different spoiler options. I'm just trying to keep a consistent theme. I definitely want to get some different exhaust tips. As you can see, there's a lot of carbon buildup on this. And I need to figure out some way of either super cleaning these and polishing them to make them look brand new, or by just replacing it and getting a new tip. But overall, the car's looking super clean right now, other than it, needing washed. But metaphorically, it's looking very clean right now. So that's about all for the brake install video. Now I know that the spring t-shirt order got canceled just because we didn't have enough orders to fulfill the minimum required to make all those t-shirts. However, there is one more t-shirt design that I've made. It's our first piece of merchandise to include a car from our lineup, and that would be the Q50. Now I know some people might be saying, hey, why didn't you put the G6 first? That was the first car. I might do that as well. It really just depends on how you guys react. So I'll be posting, it's probably up already, but I'll be posting a picture of the Q50 shirt design, and then I'm also gonna make a G6 shirt design as well. Once those are both up, however good people react to those, we'll decide which one we order. And if they're both super popular, then we'll order both of them. We're also gonna have some Burnout Block window banners on the way soon, which that will be super cool. So if you guys wanna pick up one of those, that'll also be something we post. So if you guys want a Burnout Block banner for your car, Just let us know once that's posted if you want one or not. July 22nd, we will be at Cars and Coffee at Austin Landing in Dayton, Ohio. We already had one person reach out in the comments asking if we were going to be there, and I confirmed to them that yes, we will be there. The Q50 will 100% be there at the car show. We don't know yet if the G6 is going to be there. It comes down to if Paige decides if she wants to drive it or not. But you'll also be able to meet Aaron. Aaron will be there with his Civic, and then our friend Olivia as well will be there with her FRS. So our whole little lineup will be there. We'll be handing out our I built this shit myself stickers, so that'll be pretty cool. You guys will get some free merchandise, even if it's just stickers. Stickers are cool and they're free, so when you see us, we'll have our Burnout Block shirts on. We'll be handing out those stickers, so we're looking forward to meeting everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can follow the Burnout Block at the Burnout Block on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.